Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this January the 6th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Tuesday out there so far. Everybody has a great Tuesday evening. Everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system here moving across the country. Also take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlooks toward the end of the video. We do have a lot of severe weather to talk about, from a marginal risk to a slight risk as well. Also, we're going to take a look at the rainfall totals as well across the lower 48, your current watch and warning advisory map, and your local forecast is included as well. So we got a lot to unpack in this video, so let's go ahead and dive on into it now. But if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. And let's dive on into your local forecast now. First we're going to take a look at the satellite imagery across the lower 48. You can see a storm system here across the mid-Atlantic. Continues to exit stage east. Got a little upper level low up here around Michigan to Wisconsin, also Minnesota, also over toward New York State, over toward Maine, and over toward Newfoundland. That will continue to race away from the area. Got a big blob of precipitation here moving into the northwestern U.S. from Washington, Oregon to Idaho to Montana, through the Dakota down to Wyoming. That will continue to push on off to the south and east. Got the subtropical jet starting to get a little active. You can see some moisture starting to move towards the Baja region of California, Southern California to Nevada, also areas of Arizona, New Mexico, Texas area as well, also across Mexico. And we got a little system here moving across Texas over towards Georgia. That will continue to exit stage east as well. Alright, let's move on to your local forecast now. We're going to take a look at your local forecast for your Wednesday. And it should roll out like this here in just a few minutes here. Just wait on it to come up here. Wait for it to load. And we should be, there it is. Okay, as you can see, we got a lot to talk about in this weather map here too. Alright, we got some freezing rain up here in portion of Maine, also toward the northern portion of New York State. Mixed precipitation there as well, from New Brunswick to Maine to New Hampshire to Massachusetts to New York State, northern Pennsylvania, northeast Ohio. We got more mixed precipitation, freezing rain up here around Lake Harry and Lake Superior, northern Michigan, Wisconsin, stretching the portion of southeast Minnesota, northeastern Iowa. Got more mixed precipitation stretching from Iowa down to areas of Nebraska, Kansas to Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona to southern Nevada, California, northern California, Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Utah, you're included. Got pockets of heavy snow over here as well. Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, portions of Nevada for heavy snow for you guys. Got some shower activity for Southern California, Northern California, Western Washington State, and Oregon State, stretching more into New Mexico, Arizona, also into Iowa, also through Wisconsin, Southern Wisconsin, Illinois to Ohio, down to northern Georgia, western North Carolina to Virginia to Maryland, D.C., Pennsylvania, Ohio to Michigan, Lake Huron areas as well. Got thunderstorms and showers from Indiana to the Gulf Coast, stretching to Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, you're included. Shower activity, a little bit area in the Big Bend and southern Florida, around the Florida Keys as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Wednesday. Alright, let's move on to your Thursday outlook now, and it should roll out something like this here. Alright, we got shower activity up here around Lake Huron, also over toward New York State, Pennsylvania, West Virginia to North Carolina, northern Georgia, Ohio, back to Indiana, Illinois to Iowa, also down toward Kansas and Oklahoma, southern areas of New Mexico to Arizona. We got thunderstorms and shower from Illinois to Indiana to down toward the Gulf Coast, from Alabama to Louisiana to Texas, back up to Oklahoma to a portion of Missouri. We got a little bit of freezing rain, mixed precipitation over New York State and portion of Vermont. More mixed precipitation and freezing rain over areas of northern Michigan, Lake Superior, portion of western Lake Huron, also northern Michigan, Wisconsin, and more mixed precipitation stretching from southeast Minnesota through Iowa, through Nebraska to Kansas to Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and also southern Nevada, California. Shower activity also across southern Arizona, New Mexico, and northern portions of Mexico State. Got snow flying from Nebraska to South Dakota to Wyoming to Montana, Idaho, Nevada, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, and Idaho regions. Pockets of heavy snow over portion of Idaho, Washington, Oregon State. Got mixed precipitation also across areas of Washington, Oregon, and Northern California. A little bit across Central California and Southeast Nevada and Southern Nevada and Southeastern California, that is, as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Thursday. Alright, let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map, your location across the nation. And they should roll out something like this here. Okay, winter weather advisory from Maine to Vermont, down to New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, over toward New York State, a little bit portion of Wisconsin. More winter weather advisories also in effect from Montana to Wyoming to Utah, one county here in Arizona, also a couple counties, a few counties here in areas of Nevada, also Northern California, and also areas of Oregon State. We also have some high wind warnings in the yellow here from Montana, stretching down to 2 areas of Wyoming, also Southern California, with some high wind watches there as well, which will become high wind warnings as well. This fog advisory is down here across Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Southeast Arkansas, Southern Louisiana, and extreme eastern Texas. Also, we have winter storm warnings for portions of Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State as well, with some wind advisories there also. Alright, we got smoke rat advisory, gale warning right along the coastal areas around Boston, down toward New York City, down toward Rhode Island, and then over here in the 250 nautical miles offshore. Southern California to Washington State, around the Hawaii chain island, with some areas of high surf warnings around the island. Alright, we got cold weather advisories, inland Alaska, southwestern Alaska, southern Alaska. We have some blizzard warning and also some winter storm warnings there as well. Around the Alaska region, we have some smoke rat advisory, heavy freezing spray warning, storm warnings in purple, and some smoke rat advisories elsewhere. And we have a little area in the western portion of Alaska with a blizzard warning also. Alright, here's the severe weather perspective of the video. We have a marginal risk stretching from Midland, Texas to Abilene to Wichita Falls to Fort Steele, Norman, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Oklahoma. General thunderstorm for Fort Kansas City to Missouri. And of course, it's always going to take it out. We're going to have to wait for it to reload and come back up here. It does it every time when I get ready to do it. But then we got general thunderstorm from Medford to Seattle to Portland, Oregon. Let's take a look at the tornado probability for your day 2, which is less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds 5%, and the large hail 5%. Alright, let's roll out day number 3 for severe weather. We have a marginal risk stretching from Lupkins to Dallas, all the way up toward Jefferson City, St. Louis, Missouri. Also toward Memphis, Greenville, Mississippi, Shreveport. General thunderstorm from San Antonio to Fort Wayne, all the way down to Jackson, Mississippi. Then we have Las Vegas down toward Phoenix, Flagstaff, Arizona. Probability should roll out 5%. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at day 4. We have a slight risk of severe weather to discuss. This is day number 4. And we have it from Alexandria, Louisiana to Jackson, Mississippi, Greenville, Mississippi to Memphis, Jackson, and up toward Nashville, Tennessee. A marginal risk will outline this area here. Should be stretching from Bowling Green to Chattanooga to Dalton to New Orleans to Lupkins to maybe Houston, Dallas, you may be included, Waco, also over toward Little Rock, Springfield, Jefferson City. This area here should be in a marginal risk. But I would not be surprised to see the marginal risk stretching over toward Atlanta, Columbus, also Dalton, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, maybe Savannah, Charleston, Columbia, also over toward Charlotte, up toward Roanoke. There could be some severe weather across the southeastern U.S. We'll continue to monitor that and see when the Storm Prediction Center puts the outlook past day 4. Alright, now let's move on to the rainfall totals across the lower 48. They roll out like this here. You can see the bullseye heavy precipitation stretching from areas of Mississippi to Tennessee, all the way up to West Virginia, Kentucky, and you can see about a 3 to 4 inches of rain maybe across North Alabama into Tennessee, but you can see maybe from 2, maybe about 1.5 to 3/4, all the way up to, like I said, about 4 inches of rain, stretching from West Virginia to Louisiana. You can see a plume of moisture down in the Gulf, but elsewhere you can see a few pockets of maybe 2 inches of rain across Michigan, also toward northern New York State. We're also looking at from about 3 to 7 inches of rain maybe across southwestern Canada, 2 to 4 inches maybe across western areas of Washington, Oregon State, a few pockets of 2 inches and 2 to 3 inches and possible across Idaho, and elsewhere in the 10th to maybe 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch, maybe inch and a half elsewhere across the board. But where there's no precipitation falling, you're expected to remain dry. Alright, well, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Tuesday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.